Peace. Happy now. Now is a vibrate. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. Right now is one of them times where, as much as I would, from what I was taught from the New Age spiritual movement, like, well, we should never touch on this type of subject or this and that, but, I, again, source, speaks. And so I deliver, but like, cause in different aspects, I've been coming across the things to make me aware of abortion. Like I be studying this over here, and then something pop up about abortion, and something that's been for the last 2 weeks, I want to say, just coming across it random, and I know whenever I'm not, like, say for instance, what we focus on and talk about manifesting to the physical, but I haven't had any abortion conversations before, this energy showing up. And right now, as I was looking at some of the things that I want to talk about on my YouTube, some of the things I want to do videos on, I had it set up to do a video on the basically speaking on Hollywood, and like how these like at one time, the women trying to be in Hollywood and stuff like that, instead of just aborting their children, they would actually kind of just give their children to those people who like to sacrifice kids and stuff. And matter of fact, almost double insuring their role in the movie in essence, because they serving that energy, and double time, like giving them a gift, and being in one of the social engineering movies or subconscious programming movies. But anyway, I caught a vibe just now that if you ever, and males too, because if you haven't, of course we don't actually, have the children on a physical level, but our energy is connected with it, and especially for abortion, because a lot of times it may be it could have been us pushing the abortion or whatever, what I'm saying, like, so this goes to the males and the females in the situation. But like you might want to set up a little altar, for for that little soul that didn't get a chance to to be in the physical, because, and I start to see why, like, all right, as much as things like, say for instance, everything is in divine order, but abortion was implemented to cut off new souls from coming in. Matter of fact, I forgot the name of that this big these some big stones, the Georgia stones or Gregorian stones or something like that, where basically they got like all the little Illuminati stuff that they're trying to do on the stones, like like, and talking about they're trying to get the population of the world down to such and such. That's on that stone. But anyway, giving us the illusion that we all can't, like, it's too many people on Earth and there's not enough resources, this and that, because they controlling the resources, and are trying to control the resources and trying to create that illusion. But anyway, creating an altar, to that baby, because again, that being, think about, like, in essence, going down and being ready to come down, and in essence, in which I catch a vibe, like, where as much as we write out stuff that happened, again, it's like certain little curveballs may come in there, like where we got a certain act that we playing in this movie, but then somebody improvising in the movie, so our little character get cut short or something, what I'm saying, like that type of vibe, so of course we do have like that plan of, like, all right, I know I'm going to these parents, and I want to do this in this movie, but again, there is the fact that down here in this movie, certain parts get improvised and stuff like that. A certain actor may do do their part a little bit too different, and they'll throw off, other parts, in the essence of, the implementation, the implementing abortion, stuff like that. Again, where as souls we knew these things existed. It's almost like minesweepers. Like we know these minesweepers exist on the, on this battlefield or on this playing field called Earth. But it's not knowing if we step on it or not, as a soul. And so again, to the, father and mother of that aborted, child, so to speak, aborted baby. And again, this is a grown ass soul, that was just coming to occupy, a body, and coming down, and the body starts from, like I say, a new state, like, it's a new body, what I'm saying? It starts from a young aspect till it gets old, but the soul that's in that body is old, what I'm saying? So as much as we would think of it as like, oh, the little baby died, it's more so just a soul didn't get its chance to, to be here in the physical. So it's looking at it more from that aspect, because again, we want to get away from this vibe of feeling like, oh, somebody died or this and that. Like, nah, it's a transition. This is a bodysuit, and again, like the analogy, if I was to go to Mars and do something and my bodysuit tear, and then it causes my soul to leave the bodysuit. My soul not gone, my soul back in the ethers, what I'm saying? Is no longer able to occupy that bodysuit. So those who occupy bodysuits and only feel like if you're in a bodysuit, that's the only way to exist, they're gonna be like, oh, his bodysuit scratched, And while the soul's sitting right there like, oh, I'm right here, I'm saying? But from that human perspective, you don't, get or feel that energy. But again, creating an altar, something saying, white candle, like a 7-day white candle, possibly writing out the name that you planned on naming that baby, write that down, in the little place, again, by the candle, and just give, like in essence, giving thanks, and almost like giving an apology in essence, like for stopping that soul from being able to, be in the physical. Again, because as much as we do have like a certain, there's a certain divine order to things, and nothing is a coincidence. It is still some things that's implemented that, in essence, kind of like, again, like little curveballs that, a lot of us wasn't expecting in this movie to a certain extent. Because again, we expected the fact that, yeah, as we're coming down here on this earth, they got certain beings that's doing these certain things, be aware, But again, just giving thanks. Or you could do, if you did the sex, as far as like, or should I say the gender or whatever, the gender of the baby. You could also do the candle, a red or blue candle, but with red or blue, we want to put the colors to how they're supposed to go. Because that's another way of subconscious programming, where they indirectly, again, trying to have this, gender switch, promoting the gender switch vibe. But like, the pink in essence, should be red, and that goes to the masculine energy, fiery electricity. The blue, or the baby blue, but which is blue, goes to the feminine energy, like the night sky and that magnetic energy, what I'm saying? So you want to have the blue candle, if it's female, female bodysuit, and red candle, if the infant or child had a male bodysuit. And again, just, you know, giving thanks and just giving that apology, you know, like and forgiving yourself, because a lot of times too, you know, after those situations where you kind of, you know, your soul kind of letting you know, like, you know, that probably, like, you was acting more out of your ego, you know, in essence, you know, like again, to not be hard on yourself. You know, don't be hard. Again, we gotta forgive ourselves. Like, we do certain things, but it's not to be guilty about it or to, you know, be mad at ourselves, stuff like that. You know, we make little mistakes as humans. You know, go through the vibes of feeling the emotion. You know, feeling, you know, that sadness, that hurt, that pain, whatever. But then once that's done, you know, now it's the vibrate. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm able to, you know, be in a state I'm able to enjoy, you know, because I done forgave myself for whatever it is, and that's the past now, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's no longer in my now, you know, I done, you know, dealt with the energy. And the reason why a lot of this still pops up in your now, you know, like as far as a thought form, is because you probably haven't fully just let go and like cried, or, you know, had your little anger at the moment or whatever, you know, you never release those emotions, so they still bottled up, and that's why they still popping up in your now, you know. So, you know, if you bottling up that energy, you know, cry, you know, like, you know, feel the vibe, you know what I'm saying? Again, because, you know, we're not trying to dwell in our negative emotions and negative energy, but it's all right for it to pass through. Again, a battery has a positive and a negative side, you know, that's how it works, you know. So we do have, like, you know, these negative energies in essence that flow through us. It's not for us to dwell on them though, you know, but, you know, they pass through, you know, and they just, no good or bad, they just happen to be on the negative side of the spectrum, you know. But, you know, go through those emotions, don't run away from it, you know, because again, you can't run away from yourself, you know. That shadow gonna constantly get stronger and bigger until it just gets more and more scared, you know, more and more of a situation of fear, as far as like, oh, I don't even want to deal with that, you know, because then become this big, you know, monster, you know. Matter of fact, like with H.P. Lovecraft, you know, the subconscious, you know, our primordial self or the shadow self being like a monster, you know, because we ain't dealt with it in so long. But that's just basically what I want to, you know, share. Is like, you know, I'm picking up the vibe again, like dealing with abortions, you know, just give apologies to that young, to that soul. You know, not if I say that young soul, to that soul, old soul. But you know, send them apologies. You know, have like that candle. You know, give thanks and also be grateful to be able to have that moment of, you know, liberation, in essence of, you know, just confronting the situation, like, you know, grateful for being able to confront the situation and move on from it, you know, like, and have gratitude for our contrast, you know, like gratitude for the, you know, the hardships we've been through, for making us, you know, stronger beings right now, you know. But that's basically it, you know. Nothing else came to me. So yeah, that's it. Just, you know, lighting the candle, some little space, you know, again. To, you know, give thanks, you know, because to the veil thinning, you know, the Scorpio energy, that underworld coming up, you know. So again, you know, a lot of you may be having these little, you know, this energy coming up in a haunting vibe because you ran away from it, you know, instead of like just going through the motions of crying, or, you know, or being, you know, feeling sad about what you've done or whatever, you know. Because again, when these emotions naturally raise up, then it's, you know, it's cool for us to go through it, you know, again, because you realize that, you know, like, where that extended, you know, moping comes from is staying in that mode. You know, like, we'll have a mode of, like, you know, wanting to cry, wanting to, you know, go through these emotions of sadness, whatever. But then it gets to a point where we done cleared it. But then now we choosing, like, the ego done kicked in and like, let's keep it here, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't want you to grow spiritually, so we want you to stay mad or guilty or whatever, you know. Like, nah, you know, it's meant for you to grow from the situation and not, uh, you know, make yourself guilty, you know. It's like, you know, you did what you did, you know, we live and you learn. Just like a little kid that might do something and don't feel guilty, you know what I'm saying? Like, uh, you know, like they don't dwell on those type of energies, you know what I'm saying? Like, cry when it's time to cry. Oh, what's that? You know what I'm saying? And right to the next thing, you know, it's like letting the emotions go. Now be in your moment, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but definitely help you to get, you know, away from that trauma and shine the light on that shadow, you know. Can't run away from yourself. But, you know, that's basically it, y'all. Yeah, just dealing with that energy. Again, because I was getting so many insights. And I'm like, I guess it must be meant for me to speak on abortion. I did a video a while back, maybe 1 or 2 videos a while back speaking on this. I have to look at the dates of them because if it's around October, that'll be, you know, that'll be saying something. But, you know, because again, dipping into that Scorpio energy, going into that underworld, you know, Pluto revealing those deep, dark secrets, you know, the truth coming to light. That's why all these, you know, things and Hollywood and the government and all this is getting exposed, you know. And they doing it in such a manner because, you know, they got to strategize with it where, you know, it's being exposed, but they still going to make it seem, you know, like it's not true in essence, you know. But things is getting exposed, but at the end of the day, and that's why it's so important, start meditating and start dealing with, you know, building up your intuition and learning how to follow your intuition, learning, you know, the discernment of what voice is that voice that's coming from, you know, your soul, from your heart, you know what I'm saying? And not, you know, what programming thoughts coming to you. Following your heart, you know, first and foremost. Peace. Happen now. Now is the vibrate, of course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. Peace.